Hello, my name is Eric Simmons. I'm a product manager for the Photoelectric sensors, industrial sensors. Today I'd like to introduce the W9-3, and there are three main features that I'd like to discuss with this sensor. One is the housing, two is the performance, and three would be the variety of options. First we'll talk about the housing. The housing is made from a plastic that's proprietary, a proprietary plastic 4-SIC that we call Vistal housing. It makes the sensor tough as nails. It's a plastic housing that is 9 times stronger than a standard ABS plastic. This allows the sensors to be used in applications that would normally damage those types of sensors. This sensor is one complete part, meaning that it's completely overmolded. So our connector is one part with the sensor, or with the rest of the housing, and that reduces the likelihood of the sensor being damaged at connection points. For example, if this sensor was ultrasonically welded together. Next, we'll talk about the slotted through holes. This allows the sensor to be mounted in applications with different mounting requirements. So we have 5.2 millimeters to 13.7 on the top one, and then the bottom slot we have 18.9 to 27.4. In the end, that helps reduce the inventory at our customers. Next, we'll talk about the performance-related features. This sensor uses the OES3 chip, so we have our very good background suppression at extended range. This sensor in particular has a range of 350 millimeters. And once I get it set up, we can have it set or adjusted by potentiometer or teach button. In this case, it's a potentiometer adjustment. Ruler, measure our distance. We have our black-white card. We want to have a very small black-white shift at an extended range. It's very important. It helps reliably detect multicolored objects. So we have about 163 millimeters on white and about 152 millimeters on black. So we have fairly small black-white shift on a black-white target. If I take a shiny object in the background, like a reflector, and put it in the sensor's path, again outside the sensing range, the sensor does not false trip from the shiny object. And that's because of active area management. We have 2 LEDs, one checking for these types of funky reflections in the background. Next we'll look at our self-adjusting light spot. We have a nice shiny disc here. We look at our light spot, you can see it's very bright and then dims significantly. And that's because the receiver elements are being flooded with light. So the sensor compensates for that large amount of light being received. And that aids in black-white shift and then also helps with ignoring stray reflections in the background. Finally, we'll take our high-frequency light, and our passive area management will allow this sensor to ignore these type of reflections. So the sensor won't chatter when presented with high-frequency light. Lastly, we'll talk about the variety of options. Again, we have our mounting options with the slotted through holes. We also have options with connectors, M12 and M8, and then also cable versions. And then we also have our full sensor offering, background suppression, through beam, retroreflective, and then clear material. And that concludes the W9 introduction. Thank you for your attention.